Shiva asks Himalaya for Parvati's hand in marriage. Hello, namaste, and welcome to the narration of the next story from Shiva Purana, story 68. Brahmaji says, Hey Muni Narada, after Shiva vanished, Parvati went back home with her friends. Himalaya and Maina were very happy to hear that their daughter was returning. They both went outside to meet her. Her brothers also were elated and proceeded to meet her. As soon as Devi Parvati approached her town, she saw her brothers and parents waiting at the main gate of the town. They were filled with happiness to welcome Parvati. Parvati ji bowed to everyone with folded hands, and Himalaya and Maina blessed and hugged their daughter. Emotions were high at the time. All the people present praised Devi Parvati for completing the difficult penance. People prayed and welcomed Parvati with scented flowers and incense. Devtas also participated in the auspicious celebration. Devtas, Rishis, Munis, everyone blessed her. And they all together proceeded towards the palace. On arriving, she entered the palace with all the rituals. On this occasion, Himalaya made huge donations to the poor. Brahmins were asked to perform auspicious chantings. Himalaya honored all the Rishi Munis and Devtas. After this, Himalaya and Maina decided to go for a holy dip in the river Ganga. At this time, Shiva took the form of a dancer or a nut and presented himself in front of Himalaya. He had a horn in his left hand and damru in his right hand. He was wearing beautiful red clothes. He was engrossed in singing and dancing. He won everyone's heart by his pleasing dance and song. He was performing various skits while dancing. The whole town gathered around him to see the performance. Devi Parvati, who was at the palace, soon felt his presence. Then she saw him through the eyes of her mind. She saw him smudged in ashes, snakes hanging around him like sacred Yagyopavi thread. She was extremely impressed by his looks. His face was glowing like sun. In her dream, Shiva asked Parvati to ask for any wish that she wanted, and then she asked him to marry her. He smiled and blessed her and vanished. When she woke up from her dream, she saw him dancing and singing. Seeing Shiva dance and sing in form of a nut or an entertainer, Lady Maina was herself impressed with his performance and proceeded to reward him with various gems and gold. He refused the reward. He said, Hey Devi, I don't need gems and gold. Give your daughter in marriage to me. After saying this, he again started dancing. Since Maina did not recognize him, so she was angered. She wanted to throw the entertainer out of the town as soon as possible. Himalaya, after hearing what had happened, also agreed to what Maina wanted. So he commanded his soldiers to kick the entertainer out of the kingdom, but it was impossible to do so, since the performer was no other than Shiva himself. He was magically glowing. The entertainer showed many divine acts to Maina and Himalaya and the people living in the city. He took the form of Vishnu. He looked amazing in form of Vishnu. Everything that Maina and Himalaya had offered Vishnu during their puja were there, the same flowers, the same incense. They were all amused to see this. Then he took the form of the creator, Brahmaji. He had 4 faces. He was chanting the Vedas. His body was red in color. Then he took the form of Rudra. He was smiling and Devi Parvati was there with him. People were elated to see such divine acts. Then the entertainer again asked Maina and Himalaya for Parvati ji's hand in marriage, and he refused to accept any other reward. Maina and Himalaya, being ordinary people, could not understand the divine play and refused. The nut vanished without taking any reward. Himalaya and Maina started thinking that the entertainer was probably Shiva himself asking for their daughter's hand in marriage. He fooled us by his divine acts and returned to Kailash. As they realized the reality, they were happy for a few minutes and then taken over by sadness because they sent Shiva back without honoring him. They were restless after this realization. That's all for my story today, and I'll come back with my next story tomorrow. See you all. Bye-bye.